Tzu Chi's distributions in Myanmar benefit nearly 50,000 households in 10 days' time. A groundbreaking ceremony takes place for the third Indonesia Tzu Chi school campus. Welcome to DaAi Headlines, and Lori Chen. Thank you for joining us. As Tzu Chi volunteers continue to distribute rice seeds in Myanmar, they helped more than 1,500 farmers in Kaltai. Before the distribution began, the village chief of Simakau village represented his hardworking villagers in making a combined monetary donation to Tzu Chi. It was all due to the fact that the villagers were deeply inspired by the stories of Tzu Chi bamboo bank era and the origins of the rice banks.
On the day of the distribution, farmers from 43 different villages came with their necessary documentations. The village chief of Simakau village has even brought over a special donation.
I like to do good deeds. I also want to thank Tzu Chi on behalf of my villagers.
In fact, the Simakau villagers did not expect another distribution would take place after Tzu Chi distributed mung seeds back in November of 2018.
I'm very grateful to have heard about Tzu Chi's charity mission. When I received the mung bean seeds last year, I've become much stronger spiritually.
Having learned about Tzu Chi's bamboo coin bank era, the villagers started to save in their rice banks. They've even made other good vows.
Before I cook, I would grab a handful of rice and save it into the rice bank. I do that once in the morning and one more time in the afternoon.
To remind herself to save up rice, Dao Ting Niu places the rice bank right next to the rice container. For more than 3 months, her family has actively participated in the kind deed of eating less in order to help other less fortunate people. Now that city volunteers have come back again, the villagers are doing another good deed together.
I've also vowed to invite all the villagers to do more good deeds together. This way, our team can grow even bigger in size.
Afraid that we might forget to do good deeds, the seniors in the village will periodically give us a reminder.
More than 10 farmers from Simakau village have jointly made a donation to Tzu Chi in order to cultivate blessings for all. They will continue this cycle of great love year-round with Tzu Chi seeds.
In the aftermath of the floods in Myanmar last year, Tzu Chi volunteers started to distribute rice seeds in several villages starting in February. Volunteers from Malaysia, Taiwan, and local volunteers have the goal to help a total of more than 47,000 affected farmers. On the 4th day of the distribution, the volunteers also conducted home visits to get a better understanding of each recipient's living situation.
On the 4th day of the distribution, Tzu Chi volunteers work in a relay. Among them, 3 groups of volunteers are distributing rice seeds for a total of 3,318 households.
I am tired physically, but not mentally. I've saved 50 years of my life into the Master's Age Treasury, so I'm only 13 years old now.
Besides distributing rice seeds, volunteers from Taiwan and Malaysia also demonstrated how love has no boundaries to the recipients. Who suffers from mobility difficulties, insists on receiving and carrying the rice seeds himself. The volunteers follow him home to further understand his living condition.
It usually floods for about 2 to 3 months, and we are unable to cultivate our fields. I do not rely on the government or the people around me. I can only do my best with what I've got.
It is usually difficult for the farmers who live in remote regions to take a trip out. Yu So-nei has to ride back on the bumpy, muddy roads after receiving the rice seeds.
With the flood and rain, the fields were destroyed. I'm glad to have received the rice seeds. Last time, after you came and distributed the mung bean seeds, the harvest was quite good.
Yu So-nei was able to cultivate mung beans using the seeds distributed last time by Tzu Chi. The volunteers also wish him best of luck in cultivating rice this time, so that he'll be able to improve his living conditions.
Staying in Myanmar, what makes this year's distribution like no other is the applied cloud computing technology that was implemented. Recently, there was a transition that took place between the first team of volunteers and the second team. Even though they faced many difficulties to complete the distributions, but in the end, nearly 50,000 families benefited in just 10 days' time. This is the mung bean soup of love and rebirth.
setting 不散啦 setting 冇杯 setting 哦杯 setting 是的好啦好洗高啦腰都高啦洗高呢高呢哈 OK.
The farmers sell their beans to pay back debt and receive rice seeds from the volunteers, which touches them deeply.
The mung bean seeds from Taiwan didn't have any pests and grew quite well. They even yielded more harvest, so we're blessed. We deliver our best wishes to you.
听了很有感受。
哇，开心的。
This is the tear of happiness. In 2018, Myanmar was under the power of storms that submerged many crops and caused farmers miseries because they had hoped to improve their lives with these mung beans and rice. 10 days of distribution are carried out by the volunteers. The mung bean soups make them feel refreshed and sweet.
What you see were the mung bean seeds we gave out in November last year.
After we eat the mung beans, we can't just come to Myanmar once. We must keep coming as long as we are needed.
It's different. They receive more harvest than before, a lot more than before, so I'm very happy.
The little bean seeds we gave to them could yield so many mung beans. It's one leading to infinite. This is Master's wisdom, which is we must give them the right assistance.
Volunteers from 3 countries are in Myanmar giving help. They've delivered the seeds to over 21,000 families in Kayang, Donghua, Keltai, Dau, Tanabing, and Kewa. They will continue going to other disaster areas to hand out rice seeds. Black legumes along the yellow-green leaves are the harvest that brings smile and joy to local farmers. They also look forward to favorable weathers and green crops in their fields. Turning our camera back to Taiwan, there's a class for a senior at the Qingdian Hall. For the recent Lantern Festival, a variety of activities were held to celebrate the occasion. At the event, the traditional lanterns were made from eco-friendly materials. Let's check out these creations.
These grandpas and grandmas feel young at heart while they deliver their New Year wishes holding these lanterns.
We made lanterns with paper from advertisements. Then we walked for a long time holding the lanterns. It is really great as it reminds us of our childhood. We've not experienced such activity for a long time.
The class for seniors at Tzu Hall is holding various activities to celebrate the Lantern Festival. They brainstorm together to make this creative collage.
年年有余，那鱼的形状太多，那长者呢，他可以自己设计自己。
May there be surplus every year. As there are different types of fish, the seniors can design the fish they like. The creations will come in a variety, and every fish will be good. Everyone will be really joyful.
The riddle guessing game is an important activity for the Lantern Festival. The seniors do their best to guess the riddles, and city volunteers and seniors all laugh joyfully. The class for senior not only celebrated the Lantern Festival, it also made the seniors feel very warm and joyful.
In Daran Township, located at the southernmost tip of Taidong, there's a grandpa that's going to be 100 years old this year. He was never married, has always lived alone. Therefore, upon knowing the grandpa's 3 birthday wishes, Hualien Tzu Chi volunteers and team of doctors especially made the trip to go visit him. Let's check out what Grandpa Song's birthday wishes were. A journey of more than 200 kilometers from Hualien to the southernmost tip of Taidong, Daren Township took place. A team consisting of Hualien Tzu Chi Medical Center's doctors, Tzu Chi volunteers, and social workers came especially to make Grandpa Song Ying's 100th birthday wishes come true.
One of his birthday wishes was having a Tzu Chi doctor to pay him a visit, so we got him a buy one get one free deal. 2 Tzu Chi doctors showed up to visit him. When Grandpa Song Ying saw them, he started to tear up. He was over the moon.
我知道你们能够来，那是我的福气的。
我能看到100岁的爷爷也是我的福气，所以我就请假来了。
都是。
Grandpa Song Ying was never married and has always lived by himself. He's hard of hearing and has mobility difficulties. His daily companions are usually the stray dogs around the neighborhood. The medical team and volunteers came to give him a checkup and help bathe him. The feeling's accompaniment really made his heart fill with warmth.
I'm always alone here. Sometimes I would have things to eat. Other times, if no one comes over, I will just go hungry all day.
Other than the normal process of degeneration due to aging, I think he is in good spirits. Of course, mood-wise, he must be feeling down a lot of times because he lives alone.
Grandpa Song's second birthday wish was wanting to go out on an outing. Therefore, everyone took him to the beach to look at the sea. They also prepared a special surprise, letting him Skype with his niece who lives in Taipei.
我看到他了，看得很清楚。
你今年要100岁了耶！
对啊，这一生啊，今天是最难得的一天了。
Blowing out the candles, solidifying his 100th year on this earth. Surrounded by the volunteers and medical team, it's like one happy family. Grandpa Song also made a deal with everyone that they must come back and celebrate with him again next year. The Tzu Chi Indonesia chapter started its education mission back in 1994. It's been 25 years already, and during this time, Tzu Chi has helped countless schools in various ways. This year, third Tzu Chi campus, Singapore Tzu Chi School, has officially been launched. In 2 years' time, it will be finished and ready to assist in improving the quality of education locally. The 10,000 square meter campus will be officially open in 2 years' time. It will include the Singapore Tzu Chi School, which consists of a kindergarten, primary school, and secondary schools. The curriculum will be taught in 3 different languages: Indonesian, Mandarin, and English.
We will be teaching students from early childhood how to respect their parents, how to help one another with the spirit of great love. One huge difference with Tzu Chi schools is the fact that we have the accompaniment of DaAi mothers. If students have difficulties communicating, DaAi mothers can be the bridge for better communication skills. They are also there to teach the students all about Dharma Master Zheng Yin's humanistic culture concepts.
With the values of morality, lifestyle, and holistic education as goals, it has earned the support of the local government. Therefore, the Minister of Transportation, the Minister of Justice and Human Rights, and the Mayor of Singapore all showed up to the groundbreaking ceremony. Each giving their best wishes to the Tzu Chi Indonesia chapter for launching their third school since 1994. Before the end of the winter vacation, Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology held a humanities camp for the local children. In addition, Turkey Tzu Chi volunteer Fasal Hu was invited to give a sharing on the difficult lives of refugee children overseas. They also went back to the Jingsi abode to harvest turmeric with the Dharma masters.
Even if it is raining outside, these students still wear their uniforms and follow the guidelines to carefully pick away the soil from this turmeric.
Dharma masters tell us how to clean the turmeric. If it is rotten, it needs to be cut off. Otherwise, it will infect other good turmeric. I thought about some people in class who may not be so talented, but the teacher still wants to help them.
Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology also invited Turkish Tzu Chi volunteer Faisal Hu to address the students and cultivate their vision of caring for the international community.
我想在今天的这个分享里面，我告诉他们。
I want to share with them my hopes today. In fact, there are many children in this world who have no opportunity to be as happy as them. I hope they can recognize blessings by witnessing suffering, later working hard to inspire social change.
Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology is based in Hualien. For indigenous children in the area, a scholarship program leads more than 700 indigenous students to the school. This particular camp, the students performed this indigenous song.
Because Tzu Chi has provided these funds, I was able to study here. What I can do now is trying to improve my expertise and then cultivate my empathy and love.
This 3-day camp was full of many spiritual lessons, as many children were encouraged to look forward to the upcoming semester with more energy and compassion to help others in the future.
Today, we will take you on a journey to see how recycled PET bottles can be turned into more eco-friendly products other than just textiles and blankets. Let's check out what these products are.
它这个椅子比较稳固了，老实说是比较稳固的，不会像那一般的椅子很容易滑动。
Unlike an average plastic chair that may feel soft and break easily, these chairs are made from recycled PET bottles, developing a sort of smart plastic, which has been incorporated into this especially durable design.
In general, plastic chairs are made from PP material. When they are placed under the hot sun for a long time, they become brittle. However, one of the characteristics of PET is the fact that it is very resistant to UV, so it's very suitable for outdoor use.
PET bottles can not only be turned into textiles such as blankets, but can be further made into plastic products through continuous research and development.
These outdoor leisure chairs can be completely made from recycled PET bottles. They are quite strong and durable when it comes to everyday use.
Due to the large amount of recycled PET bottles and relatively little demand for clothing from such fibers, much of this recycled material can be turned into tables and chairs. They can also be made into clothes hangers, soap containers, and other practical products. In addition to PET bottles being turned into such smart plastic products, discarded textiles can also be turned into this environmentally friendly plastic wood.
This can be used for plastic pallets, outdoor flooring, partitions, and fencing. It can be used for many outdoor decorative purposes.
The use of fiber from scrap textiles to produce environmentally friendly plastic wood with recycled material instead of wood fiber not only makes it waterproof but also heat resistant. In fact, it's difficult to associate the flooring underfoot with discarded textiles.
Recycling can actually produce new uses for these materials. Through these physical processes, there are many potential uses such as plastic wood and daily necessities are made. The public which visits this exhibition is actually quite surprised.
Through the display of the Humanitarian Ecotech Pavilion at the Taichung Flora Expo, many are getting a first-hand look at both recycled smart plastics and environmentally friendly plastic wood. The public is quite inspired by such displays as Tzu Chi's work in science and technology teaches everyone that everything can be continuously recycled.
In Ingo, New Taipei City, we'll meet a Tzu Chi volunteer, Huang Jingxing. He is a DaAi father at one of the local elementary schools who teaches the students the values of gratitude and respect. In addition, thanks to his dedicated spirit, he searched far and wide for a suitable place for the local volunteers to be able to use.
Early in the morning, we can hear the children singing in the classroom. The person standing on the stage is Huang Jingxing. Today, he will be teaching the children to be grateful at all times.
Besides Dad and Mom, who else do you appreciate?
Usually we will see the DaAi mothers in the school, but in Yongjin Elementary School it is different. As a DaAi father, Mr. Huang is close to all of the children. He gets along with the students really well.
I never thought there is a male volunteer in the group of DaAi mothers. Mr. Huang and the other DaAi mothers will come here and teach our students how to get along with people. While watching Mr. Huang giving lessons, I realized he is very good at interacting with the children. All of the children really like him as well.
On the other hand, Tzu Chi volunteers in Yingge district did not have a place to meet up regularly. Therefore, Mr. Huang had been searching for a suitable location. At the end, he finally found it. The place is now a cultivation ground for the volunteers in the community.
I want the volunteers in our community can have a better place to meet up regularly. Moreover, it will be easier to invite other volunteers or the public members to come here and participate in activities or classes.
I am grateful for Mr. Huang. Now we can have a place to cultivate good thoughts. Over here, it's really comfortable. We can listen to the Dharma teachings in the morning. There are desks and chairs for us to sit down and take notes. We really need to thank Mr. Huang for all of this. Also, he's always the first one to open the door for us.
The cultivation ground is not far away from his home. It only takes a 2-minute walk to get there. He's always walking ahead of everyone, illuminating the darkness and guide people along the Bodhisattva path.
Here, the factory owner pays attention to recycling. He will always do the sorting first, before giving us the recyclables. You can see all the wrappers were put inside this bag, making it easier for us to do the follow-up work. This is why I come here once a week to collect the recyclables. After joining the big Tzu Chi family, I realized that we were doing meaningful things to benefit our society. I always wanted to assist others in need, not only making donations, but I wanted to be involved with helping people. Therefore, I went to many towns and villages to serve as a volunteer.
When Mr. Huang was 35 years old, his brother passed away. While looking at his brother's picture, he realized the impermanence of life. This is why he wanted to seize every moment and help more people.
I felt that I have broadened my vision while doing the volunteer work. My life has become more meaningful as I have learned many things. For me, the true happiness comes from giving and helping others.
The Tzu Chi Great Love Preschool and Kindergarten in both Houston and Dallas held various events during the Lunar New Year holiday period. Under the guidance of the teachers, each child were able to express their unlimited creativities with eco-friendly materials. They also learned much about the traditions through doing. Thank you for watching. See you next time.